What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Mac.
And Laura here, and we're just friends who can't agree on anything. So we thought we'd come on here and have you guys settle a few things for us.
That's right. Every episode will have new topics, new ideas, and definitely new arguments. And as we know, there are two sides to every argument.
Yeah, there's the right side, and then there's Mac. So please let us know what you think.
So it's up to you and your vote to settle the score.
Let's get started. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Mac and I are both single, right? And we were talking about dating and how difficult it is. And Mac had the most horrifying suggestion I have ever heard in my entire life. This man suggested online dating.
Of course, online dating is a new norm, right? It is both efficient and looked at as time management, right? To go and, to go and meet someone, that's time, right? Then to spend money on a date, that's money, right? And then maybe you get what you're looking for, maybe you don't. It's a gamble, right? And if it doesn't work out on that first date, it's like you wasted your time.
Okay, first of all, efficiency isn't what we're looking for in the dating scene. Like, what is this? Like, we're not getting paid by the hour, Mixed. That's not how this works.
Wow.
And secondly, and perhaps more importantly, online dating sucks. Like, there's all these people out there, none of them are being like their genuine self. It's the same thing as social media. You have all of these people who are just telling you what they want you to think, giving you their best possible pictures ever, right? Then you meet them in person and it's not what they actually look like.
Okay, so how are you supposed to meet people outside of your circle, right? You live, listen, we live in Miami, okay? And it's plenty of fish in the sea.
No,
but
Miami's
guess
a
what?
toxic pond.
It's a pond.
It's
Okay?
toxic.
Trust me.
It's off of a factory toxic.
But at the same time, when you have online dating, you get to reach people of different cultures, varying distances, where they live.
And I get that. Listen, I get that you have an easier time meeting people online. But the problem with that is that as much as it's an easier time, you're not actually getting to know these people. So there aren't any real connections happening. Listen, studies show that one of the biggest things that contribute to attraction is the way that the person smells. Right? So you meet a person and your pheromones and their hormones and their this and their that meet together, and it's this thing happens in your brain where it's yo, I like this person, right? So this is why sometimes you meet attractive people that you're not into, and sometimes you meet unattractive people that you're into. How are you supposed to get that same thing online? It doesn't work.
First of all, if you meet a person that you're not attracted to, but then you get into them, maybe they're funny, and that happens a lot. Maybe they're charming, and then
I'm gonna need you to stop with the funny girls.
Hey, when you do online dating, you get to filter people out by their physical characteristics, right? You can say, oh, this is my political preference, this is my religious preference, this is my height, weight preference, this is my nationality preference, whatever it is. Whatever
every girl's dream, getting filtered out by categories of their weight and height.
And it goes the other way too. It's vice versa. It goes both ways, okay? And personally, the way in my age group and the way time has changed, the way having to go to work, not being in certain social circles, right? Because you are allocating time to other things, I wouldn't even know where to meet people.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I get that meeting people is difficult. Look, it's not like it was in college and it's not like it was in high school that you just meet people all the time. I get that and I agree with you. And do I wish I could meet more people in a different setting? Sure. But here's the thing, online dating is not the setting that I feel works, especially as a woman. Men are, honestly just a little bit gross on these apps. They feel, because there's that anonymity and you don't actually have them in front of you, they get very brave. And they start sending unsolicited pictures, and they start sending unsolicited messages. And honestly, it's a little bit unnerving to think that this is how men think it's okay to talk to women when you're talking to them on these apps.
Okay, and that's part of the filtering process, right? If someone is texting you something that's unwanted, you can say, okay, not for me, on to the next person, right? It allows you to get familiar with the person prior to meeting with the person. And another way, another way to bypass those things is maybe after you text with them on the phone, maybe you could call them, maybe you could FaceTime, right? And you would get a better idea what the person looks like, what they are before you even meet them.
But here's the thing, and I need you to understand something here. I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, when you meet someone that you met through somebody else, there is almost a vetting process that has already happened, right? if you meet someone through a friend, like this person feels the need to be, you know, like a decent human being because they have that friendship in between, correct?
Okay.
I don't believe that online dating gives you that accountability. Therefore, people, but especially I find men, and I mean maybe women are the same, I don't know, I haven't dated women, but you know, between one thing and, not my type, but between one thing and the next, I find that men do not have this accountability on online dating, and therefore they just feel very bold, and you go on these dates and they treat you, you know, disrespectfully, and it's not something I'm here for. Like, I don't believe that going out with these strangers that, like, you know, have no accountability on their end is going to ever make me find my partner. Like, I don't think that's accurate. Like, that's not how it works.
If you're, let's say you're an introvert, right? Or you have social anxiety. The online dating aspect, communicating socially through the app without having to give out your phone number, without having to let the person know where you live, you can basically figure out through time at your own pace if this is a person you want to meet in the first place, as opposed to someone puts you on a blind date and then you already in the person's face and you don't even know what to talk about, right?
But here's the thing about this.
Hold on. Being on the app allows you to take time to process information, right? And the longer you take, you can see, hey, is this person patient? Is this person being genuine? Buy things that add up or don't add up.
Okay,
right?
and I think that's taking away from the genuine person that you're going to meet, right? Here's where I'm at. If you're somebody who's an introvert, right?
Yeah.
And you and I are going on a date for the first time ever, and I'm going to notice that you're an introvert, I should be able to accept you for that introvert that you are. I should be the person that brings you out of that. But if you and I met online and we've been talking for weeks, and then you know, have talked to me on the phone, and then when we meet, that's not who you really are. That's not the vibe that you have when you meet people. So who I'm meeting is no longer the real you.
I think it's subjective, because if you have a good time with a person online and then you're on the phone, you have a good time with the person on that end, and you FaceTime and you have a good time with that end, I think when you meet, all the ice, you know, ice breaking, all the ice breaking.
I would like to point out that you talked about time efficiency, and here's the thing. I happen to think that online dating takes longer to like realize that this person isn't the right person, because there's so much buffer in between. So you talk to this person for a week, you then talk to them on the phone for a week, you then maybe face them a couple times, now you've invested 3 weeks on this, you finally go on a date, and when they stand next to you, you're just like, yo, you have bad breath, I'm not here for this. And now you spent 3 weeks of your life like investing on this person that just clearly isn't gonna be it for you.
So if you meet someone in person, and you can tell right off the bat that, you know what, this person's not my type, you're not more than likely just gonna get up and leave. You know, you're gonna follow through with the date, right? And put yourself in a position where...
Well, that's why you go on first dates for coffee, so I can get up and leave after 10 minutes. Hey, let's be honest. Ain't nobody trying to sit there if you have bad breath. Come on. Don't be that guy. You know it's true. How many times haven't you been on a date and then you get there, and the second you get there, you realize right off the bat, this isn't it? Imagine you already spent 3 weeks on this person.
I think you'd be more forgiving and more sympathetic to someone that you've actually spent time talking to on the phone. That's just me. And it forces you to communicate, as opposed to maybe other things that would go on if you meet the person in face to face.
I'm gonna stick to my decision to not online date. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I disagree. I think online dating is fantastic. What do you guys think?
Yeah, ladies, go on the apps, find Mac.
Listen. I'm not on there right now.
Right
but in any case, I think online dating is a phenomenal tool. It cuts time in half. It cuts anxiety in half. And I recommend it. However, Laura here, she says no. She likes a face-to-face interaction. She likes to be able to read someone's energy up close.
Definitely, their aura.
I disagree. I don't think that's necessary. What do you guys think? Are you Team Mac or are you Team Laura? Team Mac.
All right, guys. So let us know what you think. We really want to know your opinion. Please go on Instagram and vote. Now, the polls are going to be up through the weekend. We air on Fridays and it will be up through Monday. Go on there. Let us know what you think. Do you think he's right or am I?
That's right. Go to DVoteTV on Instagram. That's DVoteTV. And now you can vote for Team Mac.
We're also going to have some behind the scenes on there and a little bit more about our friendship. So please join us and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.